like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
The world of K-pop once again came to a standstill as Jimin and Jungkook, the golden duo of BTS, were spotted arriving together in Germany earlier today. What began as a quiet morning at Frankfurt Airport turned into a storm of flashing cameras, excited screams, and the kind of energy that only BTS can bring. 4 armies around the world, this wasn't just another airport appearance. This was a reunion, a moment that reminded everyone why these two have been the heartbeat of millions since the day BTS debuted. From the moment they stepped out of the arrival gate, the atmosphere shifted. Airport staff tried to control the crowd, but it was impossible to contain the emotion flooding the terminal. Jimin, dressed in a soft beige trench coat and wearing a black mask that barely hid his smile, walked just behind Jungkook, who looked effortlessly cool in a dark bomber jacket, white tee, and his signature silver chain glinting under the fluorescent lights. Even through their casual airport looks, they radiated star power, that unspoken aura that separates global icons from the rest. Social media exploded within minutes. Hashtags like #Jikook in Germany, #Jimin and Jungkook arrived, and #BTS in Europe shot to the top of trending lists in over 50 countries. Fans began dissecting every detail, from the way Jungkook turned back to check on Jimin as they moved through the crowd, to the tiny moment when Jimin brushed his sleeve against Jungkook's as they stopped to greet the staff. To outsiders, these gestures might seem insignificant, but to those who have followed their bond for over a decade, it meant everything. It was proof of their comfort, their familiarity, and their unspoken connection that always seems to shine brightest when they're together. Rumors had been circulating for days that the two members would be flying out of Seoul to Europe for a special schedule, possibly related to a brand collaboration or a secret filming project. Now that they've been seen together in Germany, speculation is running wild. Some believe it could be linked to Jungkook's ongoing partnership with Calvin Klein, while others think it might be for a joint appearance or even a surprise performance at an international event. Whatever the reason, the sight of them side by side after months apart has reignited excitement in the fandom in ways words can hardly describe. A few lucky fans at the airport managed to capture the moment when Jungkook lightly guided Jimin through the crowd with his hand hovering protectively near his back. That single gesture went viral instantly. The way Jungkook always makes sure Jimin is safe, "My heart can't take it," one fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Another commented, "You can tell even in chaos, Jungkook's first instinct is to look for Jimin." Within an hour, fan edits combining clips of their arrival, slowed down with emotional background music, began circulating online, amassing millions of views in record time. The reunion is especially meaningful because both have been pursuing individual paths over the past year. Jungkook, who wrapped up his solo promotions and world appearances, had taken some time off to rest after his whirlwind success with Golden. Jimin, meanwhile, has been preparing for his next project while staying relatively low-key following his chart-topping release Face. Seeing them side by side again feels like a piece of BTS history unfolding right before our eyes. Two brothers who have grown together, matured together, and yet still find comfort in each other's presence no matter where in the world they are. Inside sources have hinted that both Jimin and Jungkook's schedules might overlap for a few days in Europe. Although HYB has not released an official statement, fans are convinced that something big is brewing. Some theories even suggest that the duo might be working on a special visual project, possibly tied to a magazine shoot or a surprise collaboration that could mark one of their first appearances together since Jungkook's solo activities wrapped up. Beyond the speculation, what stands out most is the chemistry between them. There's something about Jimin and Jungkook's interactions that transcends the typical celebrity friendship. They share a history filled with laughter, late-night rehearsals, and moments of vulnerability that fans have witnessed for years. Watching them together again, smiling, moving in sync, exchanging small glances that speak volumes, feels like witnessing a memory being rewritten in real time. It's as if the universe decided to remind everyone that some connections don't fade, they just wait for the right moment to shine again. As videos from their arrival continued to spread, fans couldn't help but notice how relaxed they seemed. Despite the chaos, Jimin's shoulders were at ease, and Jungkook's usual guarded expressions softened whenever Jimin laughed. It was the kind of natural comfort that comes only from deep trust. Reporters on site mentioned how both idols politely greeted fans, bowed to the staff, and tried to make sure the crowd stayed calm despite the frenzy. One journalist described the scene as electric but tender, the kind of atmosphere only Jimin and Jungkook can create. There's also a symbolic layer to their arrival in Germany. The country has played a subtle role in BTS history. It's where some of their early music videos were filmed and where Jungkook once mentioned wanting to visit during his solo travels. For fans, seeing them both there feels like a full-circle moment, a quiet nod to their past intertwined with the promise of something new. The thought that they might be working on a project that connects their artistry beyond music, perhaps in film, fashion, or a cross-cultural collaboration, only fuels the anticipation further. Back in Seoul, the rest of BTS members have been supporting each other through individual schedules and military duties. With Jin and J-Hope already serving and RM, Suga, and V busy with various projects, the sight of Jimin and Jungkook together brings a wave of nostalgia. It's a reminder of the group's enduring brotherhood, that no matter the distance, the bond that holds BTS together remains unshakable. Fans online expressed how seeing Jimin and Jungkook side by side again made them emotional. "It feels like home," one army wrote. "Just seeing them walk together after everything, it's like a piece of BTS has come alive again." As night fell in Germany, local fans reported seeing black vans leaving the airport toward a luxury hotel in Frankfurt. Some claimed to have spotted camera crews accompanying them, while others said stylists and staff from HYBE were present. This further fueled theories that something is being filmed, perhaps an exclusive shoot or even a short documentary capturing their European journey. Regardless of what it turns out to be, the entire fandom is united in one thing: excitement. The phrase, Jimin and Jungkook in Germany, alone is enough to send social media into chaos. What's fascinating is how effortlessly they command attention without trying. They don't need grand gestures or announcements. Their mere presence together is enough to dominate headlines worldwide. That quiet power, built on years of artistry, brotherhood, and emotional transparency, is what makes Jimin and Jungkook such a magnetic pair. Whether performing on stage, sharing a laugh during a live stream, or simply walking through an airport, they carry a kind of authenticity that resonates far beyond the K-pop world. Late tonight, fans began translating snippets of German news coverage about their arrival. Local outlets described the scene as a global pop culture event unfolding in real time. The sheer number of fans waiting outside, some holding banners and light sticks, spoke volumes about BTS's worldwide influence. Even casual travelers at the airport stopped to watch, realizing that this was more than just two celebrities arriving. It was a cultural moment, the kind that blurs borders and languages through shared emotion. And then, there was the smile, that brief but unforgettable moment when Jimin turned toward Jungkook and laughed softly as they exited the airport doors. It was small, easy to miss among the flashes and chaos, but for millions watching, it said everything. It was familiarity, comfort, and joy wrapped in one fleeting second. Jungkook glanced back with a grin that mirrored his, and for a heartbeat, the world seemed to pause. That's the power of Jikook, not just two idols, but two souls who have grown side by side, weathering fame and distance, and still finding warmth in each other's presence. As fans wait for official updates from HYB, speculation continues to grow. Will they appear in a magazine? Record something together? Or perhaps surprise everyone with a duet that nobody saw coming? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: Jimin and Jungkook's arrival in Germany has once again reminded the world why BTS's legacy isn't just about music or fame. It's about connection, authenticity, and the unspoken bonds that tie people together across continents and languages. Tonight, as fans replay airport clips and whisper theories across time zones, one thing feels undeniably clear. BTS may be pursuing solo paths for now, but moments like this, when Jimin and Jungkook walk side by side, hearts aligned even in the simplest gestures, remind us that the story isn't over. It's still being written, one step, one smile, one shared glance at a time. And as always, the world is watching.